So yesterday, I was challenged with doing a jog in the sand. I call it that because that's what it was for me. I'm not a runner. I do go and jog, but I tend to jog and walk just to give you an idea as to where I'm at with this process. And I took on the challenge on going to run on the sand, and the experience was quite interesting that it ended up moving me to write something about it, and I just wanted to share that with you. Digging through the sand. The date and time was set. Thursday at 7:30 a.m. I wasn't ready, physically nor mentally. Wednesday night, doubt lingered through my mental space after receiving a reminder text, "You better get ready for our run tomorrow morning." I froze. I was scared. I didn't prepare or condition myself. I instantly thought about how difficult it was going to be. I thought how hard it was just for me to jog on the track, and felt intimidated after considering how great the challenge will be on the sand. You use different muscles, and they perform as mechanical work. The toes, foot, ankle, and shin are all challenged on different levels. These thoughts intimidated me. Honestly, I didn't want to be challenged. I didn't want to experience being out of breath. I wasn't in the mood to catch a cramp or vomit from overdoing it. Bottom line is, I didn't want to get pushed out of my comfort zone. And then I heard David Goggins' voice. Get your ass kicked. Do things you hate to do. Be uncomfortable every fucking day of your life. Then I reminded myself how much I needed me. I needed to believe in myself. This brought me back to an experience I had 21 years ago that required for me to be courageous, mentally strengthened, and most importantly, have faith in myself. That was with choosing to give birth au natural, no medicine or painkillers of any sort. At the time, I was told when the contractions come back to back and the pain intensifies to the point you feel like you can't take it anymore, just know you're almost there. So push through. And so I did. After 24 hours of labor, I gave birth to my firstborn son. Then did it all over again 2 years after that. Thursday, 5:30 a.m. I awaken to thoughts of this jog. I tell myself this is a great thing and how beneficial it is for me. I remind myself to remember to push through and remain calm if I reach that feeling that I can't go anymore. The run commenced at 8:30 a.m. Within the first 5 minutes, I was already out of breath. I thought to myself, holy shit, how will I make this if I'm already tired? But I kept going. As I continued, my body was giving out. I was struggling through breaths. My thighs were getting weighty and slower. My ankles were wobbly. I couldn't see much because I had a stream of sweat flowing into my eyeballs, stinging and obstructing my view, even after wiping. I tried hard to remain diligent with my thoughts. I wanted to see the power of my mind over my human temple. At midpoint, I felt exhausted. The mere thought of completing the same amount I had just completed up until that point was frightening to me. I was spent and wanted to be done. Doubtful thoughts rose again, but I continued with the jog. I was dreading how much of a distance was left. David Goggins popped in my mind again, and his words helped me through. If you have any mental toughness, if you have any fraction of self-discipline, the ability to not want to do it but still do it, if you can get through to do things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. So I kept pushing through. There were many times I felt like stopping. Many times I felt like I was going to collapse. Many times I felt I couldn't breathe nor able to catch breath. But I kept pushing, and it felt horrible. It felt intimidating. I was super uncomfortable, but I kept pushing through. Eventually, I was approaching the finish line, and I thought I'd never reach it. I had to remind myself that I got this, and that I would complete the challenge up to the end. And I did just that. The minute it was over, I was instructed to consciously remain in control, especially with my breathing because I was panting. I began to intake slower and deeper breaths. It got me through the conclusion of this jog. I was so elated and proud of myself. I couldn't believe I did it. I was shocked to see how impacting the mind is, particularly with those moments of feeling like there's nothing left, zero fumes. I pushed myself. I didn't allow my physical limitations to deter me from completing this run. I feel good. I did something I didn't want to do. I did something that caused me great discomfort and still completed the mission. I feel accomplished. Thank you for listening. If this write is a source of inspiration, then my main goal has been fulfilled. So thank you for listening and enjoy your day.